Welcome to another video in the Luxygen world of billionaires, luxury, and mega projects. Be sure to like, smash the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel as we will be uploading Luxygen-rich videos frequently. Zombies have long been a part of our culture, from ancient manuscripts to blockbuster Hollywood films. Nobody can deny that a zombie apocalypse is now a viable option for a probable Armageddon. But can you survive one while still living in your home? Let's see what we can find out in today's list. Here are 10 zombie-proof houses you won't believe you didn't see. Number 10. High Desert House. Isn't it possible to say supervillain? The location of this mad asylum of a house was kept a secret for a long time, and it was only revealed once its security was completely operational high in the California mountains. Beverly Doolittle and her husband Jay spent every waking hour for years constructing and polishing their home. They began the project in 1988 and didn't tell a soul about it until 2014, when they suddenly revealed its existence to the world, prompting a flurry of requests for a tour. This house was built into the rocky landscape using concrete, steel, glass, and copper. It took them more than a year to find the ideal location for their home. It was either the Bond villain house or no house at all for the couple. They didn't compromise on the interior either. It's one of the most magnificent residences in the country, with a stone slab roof that organically fades into the mountainscape from up high. You'd never notice it if you didn't know it was there. Number 9. KWK Safe House. What man wouldn't want to live in one of these magnificent homes that double as fortresses? They take years to complete. The KWK, for example, took 3 years to construct. Its designer claims that it can resist a nuclear attack, an earthquake, and a zombie apocalypse. It's possible that all three will happen at the same time. This home's builder was not taking any chances when it came to dangers. That is undeniable. While it may appear to be a modern glass house found in some of the city's more affluent areas, this billion-dollar residence is packed with cutting-edge technology and building techniques. In a couple of seconds, a roll-out, 7-foot-high electronically closed fence surrounds the premises by flipping a switch. All doorways and windows have literal iron curtains that fold over them. From a modern glass house to an impenetrable concrete block, the house evolves. With underground shops, gym equipment, and an indoor swimming pool, all within the impregnable fortress walls, this residence is set up for the long haul. The house has only one entrance and exit, and the roof may be scaled from within. The mansion even went medieval with a drawbridge that connects the main house to an auxiliary structure that houses the pool. You can easily walk straight over the top of the zombie horde thanks to that drawbridge. Number 8. Potato Island, Connecticut. All of Connecticut's teeny tiny islands are a site reserved for the world's wealthiest people. You can even make a house out of them. During a zombie apocalypse, a private island might be the safest place to be. You can buy these tiny parcels of land and do whatever you want with them, which makes things even better. Potato Island, a 1.1-acre potato-shaped island with stunning views of the Thimble Islands, is home to a beautiful residence. The nicest part is that, while it feels like you're on your own private island, you're only 5 minutes away from civilization, in the event that the residents decide to return. For just $4.9 million, you can have this tiny piece of heaven all to yourself. To be fair, living in Connecticut and on its own island isn't all that horrible. You get the full private island experience, while also being able to order food from a delivery service. The house, like most mansions in the state, was built in 1912 and measures a whopping 3,871 square feet, with 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. Number 7. Spaceship Volcano House. An otherworldly saucer perches atop a 150-foot cinder cone in Newberry Springs, and it feels of this world too. That is to say, it is nothing short of amazing in its startling contradiction of itself. From afar, it sits with casual grace among the contours of terrain. It appears to be an eyeball peering into endless space, but the inside has an extraterrestrial aesthetic, while the outside has an extraterrestrial vibe. A 4-acre lake rests at the base of the cinder cone, and 5-foot wide moat wraps around the home beneath the awning with majestic symmetry, relying heavily on the mountain's natural beauty and surrounding vistas. Number 6. The CATSKI Pillar. Churches can be many things. Tranquil, peaceful, terrifying. They're frequently located near neighborhoods or regions where people will see them, so their congregations can be officially maintained. The CATSKI Pillar, which appears to defy all notions of what it means to be a church, is an oddity because of these familiar church connections. Some churches are beautifully decked with marble, gold, smooth stones, and various forms of wood, while others are adorned with nothing at all. Assume you're driving through the back roads of Georgia's most distant districts. You might come across a sign pointing to the pillar in that instance. If you continue down that path, you'll ultimately come to a natural limestone monolith that raises 130 feet into the air. One of the most remote churches is perched on that pillar. As a result, it is considered to be one of the most sacred sites. Unfortunately, no other vehicle other than a helicopter can take you up there, which is not an option. Number 5. The DRAENOR River House. Since 1969, a lovely house has sat and swayed on its perch at the DRAENOR River's narrows. The rising and lowering of the waters have shaken this growing in popularity nameless hut atop a rock near the river's center for more than 40 years. According to legend, a group of teenagers fell in love with this region after discovering it was a great place to tan and swim. The following year, the owner began the difficult process of hand-constructing the house on the rock, which he conceded would not have been possible without the assistance of those youngsters. The one-room cabin has been used as a holiday hideaway since that time, and with views like that to look at all day, you could easily get away for a while. Number 4. Dar Al Hajar, Yemen. This magnificent castle was built in the 1930s by an Islamic leader called Yahya Mohammed. It was built on top of an existing structure, which is very extraordinary. The now skyscraping home was supposed to be the leader's vacation home when it was built in the 1700s by an Islamic scholar. It had meeting rooms, guest suites, separating cooling spaces, and restaurants, all of which you'd expect from a hotel, but not from someone's home. The genius of the design is how the support scaled the rock spire side, culminating in a tower flashy enough to fill even the most egotistical of egos. Despite the fact that he was slain in 1948, his mansion still exists as a testimony to Yemeni architecture. It has been converted into a museum since it was no longer utilized as a dwelling. Number 3. The Rice House. This residence is often regarded as the safest in the country. Its arrival is the most fortified in terms of design, security, and innovation on a global scale. The Rice House, located in Atlanta, Georgia, is a work of art. The property, which is around 3 acres in size, has a guardhouse with a 10-man operating room. It may have the appearance and function of a military base, but it is significantly more opulent. The house is a delight to behold, with panoramic views of a lake and a beautiful woodland. This house has the potential to be even more secure than Fort Knox. The house itself has a few tricks up its sleeve, in addition to the superb perimeter security. It features a ballistic window and impenetrable walls, according to legend. A security camera system monitors nearly every square inch of the site 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The house was just auctioned and sold for a stunning $15 million. It's not a bad deal for all you get in the package. There are safe rooms, secure passages that lead to further safe rooms, and computerized locks throughout the house. It took nearly 6 years to build this personal fortress. Number 2. The RYONGSONG Residence. While the country and people starve and make do with what they have, Kim Jong-un isn't known for his discretion. Kim Jong-un lives in opulence, with many residences, lavish parties, and an opulent collection of rare paintings. For the first time in a long time, the RYONGSONG residence has been allowed to be photographed and uploaded to the internet. The location of the house is still unknown, and the photos were not made public in his own nation. The photos, which were taken in an undisclosed location near Pyongyang, depict his ultra-modern mansion, which is complete with spitting dolphin fountains and blooming gardens. is as beautiful as it is offensive. It contrasts sharply with the country around it, which is continually guarded and meticulously prepared for self-defense. Number 1. Just Enough Room Island. Who says an island isn't an island if it isn't yours? This person stated it's an island. Just Enough Room Island, because you can make it however you want. Despite the fact that they are still considered islands, they only just make the criteria. The island purchasing market appears to be weird, with a lot of titles and laws. Some sites have specific criteria that must be completed in order to be designated as an official island. Just Enough Room Island has decided to take a stand in this regard. It's a great idea, but it'll take a lot of time, resources, and money to implement. Just Enough Room Island was bought in the 1950s by a family who wanted to have a vacation and holiday getaway island. Large islands were very expensive, thus a little island would suffice. On a sliver of an island, they built the house of their dreams. The house spanned the entire ground for a few feet after it was built. It appears to be a house perched on a floating, swaying piece of land. If you're planning a zombie escape from your home, you can safely claim that it's an island. Just hope the summers aren't too hot and the river doesn't dry up enough to allow any undead to cross. Thank you for watching another Luxygen-rich video with us. Let us know what you think of zombie-proof houses like these in the comments below. Stay tuned to the Luxygen channel, where we will feature more content about billionaires, mega projects, and living life luxuriously. Don't forget that by liking this clip, as well as you subscribing within our channel and clicking on that notification bell, not only are you helping us grow, but also other people around the world.